Hello everyone, I'm Yusuf and I will be presenting the third use case, speech AI in remote application. Let's start with our problem statement. We are working in the context of a video call. It could be applied in the agent support domain. It could be applied in the doctor-patient domain. So let's see what's gonna go wrong in a video call. Noisy condition. One participant cannot hear the other very well because of the noisy environment. Poor language skills. The two participants do not have one common language that they both feel confident in talking with. Lack of calls minutes. Let's assume that this call, for instance, is one in a series of calls, and to make it effective, you need to review other previous calls before. But because it is video, not text, it will be challenging to get the summary of a video. And last one, lack of supporting materials. For example, if you are in a video call with the customer asking for instruction for something that is not available for you. So you need kind of put the customer on hold, look for the materials, bring the materials and share them with the customer, which may take time. I think everybody of us can relate to one of these problems, not necessarily in the business context, could be in your personal context, could be your last Skype interview. So please try to recall your last video call that you experienced one of these problems, and let us know by the end of the presentation if our solution would have been benefit for your case. Let's start with our first feature. Convert speech to text and show us subtitles. This is mainly applicable in noisy conditions. So one person cannot turn the speaker on or has difficulties hear the other. He could rely on the text instead of only the sound. How it works, if you can see, we have the same text in both screens, and that's because we also let the speaker know how we recognize his speech as a self-validation loopback. So now we have the text, what we can do with it. We can translate it, and that brings us to our next feature. What we see here, 3 participants, one talk in English, one talk in Turkish, and the third talk in Hindi, but they still can communicate together because each one sees the subtitles of all other participants in his own language. So now we have the translated text. What we can do with it, we can speak it up. And this is our third feature. The setup as before, 2 participants, they talk different languages, but we have a third participant, which is a multilingual robot that can talk many languages in a semi-natural voice. One major difference between this robot and the subtitles is that subtitles working in chronology of one word. Once we recognize a word, we put it in the screen. And this robot working in the chronology of one sentence. Once we recognize a complete sentence, if the participant pauses for a few milliseconds, he starts speaking up the translated text. So let's back to our subtitles. What we can else do with it, in addition to speak it up? We can collect them. And if we do, we will get the transcript of the whole call. As you can see, the transcript is for a multilingual conference, so it's not that useful unless we translate it. And now you can see the English and the multilingual version of the transcript. So now we have both the original transcript and the translated one. What we can do with them, we can save them. So each participant can, before he starts the call, can look in the transcript of a previous call. So by this feature, we kind of finished the first phase of the project, which is supporting the multilingual conference. And we start thinking what we can do next. As we have the text of the transcript, now we have a whole family of text analysis algorithm that we could apply. And we started with calculating the sentiment score for each participant. So now I can use this sentiment score in order to track the changes in customer satisfaction over a series of calls, for example. We also apply another algorithm to extract key phrases from the transcript. So you don't need to read the whole transcript to get hints. You can look at the key phrases. We also apply a second algorithm to recognize entities, such as names, location, date, and we put them on the top of the transcript, so you can also get hints without reading the whole text. We also applied a third algorithm named entity linking. Now, if we recognize a terminology or a word that in the transcript or the key phrases that we can provide extra resources for it, we convert it to a link. And if you click on the link, you will be forwarded to external resource that explain it. For example, paracetamol in this case, that take us to Wikipedia. So by this feature, we complete the second phase, which we call off-call services or after-call services. And now we start thinking, can we apply the same things, the text analytics on call in real time? And that's how our context-aware assistance was born. Please join me welcoming Einstein to the board. So what you see here is the screenshot of the doctor. He's in a call with a patient. The patient is complaining, I don't have time to work out. So the Einstein suggested to the doctor to share this material with the patient, the scientific 7 minutes workout video. The doctor can click, he can review the materials, he has a link to share with other participants. If you click on it, the materials will be shared with the patient on the chat box. As you can note, this is actually our only asymmetric feature, that it's applied only on the doctor side, because in the live video context, we don't think it is like good practice to share something with the customer or with the patient without you are aware of. So there is always a human in the loop that decides to share or not to share. Our next feature is actually on-call sentiment analysis. We thought, could we apply the sentiment score also on call instead of only after call? And now the real question, will it be helpful or not? Because positive and negative is about perception. If I'm talking with somebody, I either perceive his attitude as negative, then I don't need a third-party AI intelligence to tell me that. Or I don't perceive it as negative, then it is not negative. So we thought this would not be helpful to tell you what's the sentiment of the other participant, but what about the self-loop sentiment analysis? Would it be helpful to tell the agent, for example, pay attention, your word may be perceived as negative attitude? We think it's yes, because it is kind of the definition of his job to have a positive attitude. And he should be practiced to have a positive attitude all the time. So this kind of give him a hint. Please reflect in your attitude or be aware of your choice of word. And one last feature to go is multilingual instant messaging. Actually, it's